Three boys, Alex, Ben, and Charlie, were inseparable friends who lived in a small town called Riverton. The town was quaint and peaceful, but it had one dark secret: the old Langley house on the hill, said to be haunted. The house had been abandoned for decades, and no one dared to go near it. One crisp autumn afternoon, the boys gathered in their favorite spot by the river, skipping stones and sharing stories. The conversation eventually turned to the Langley house. "I bet none of you are brave enough to spend a night there," Alex said, a mischievous glint in his eye. "Are you kidding?" "I'd do it in a heartbeat," Ben replied, puffing out his chest. Charlie, the most cautious of the three, hesitated. "I don't know, guys. What if the stories are true?" But Alex and Ben's enthusiasm was contagious, and soon all three boys had agreed to spend the night in the haunted house. They packed their bags with snacks, flashlights, and sleeping bags, and set off as the sun began to set. As they approached the Langley house, its eerie silhouette loomed against the darkening sky. The windows, shattered and dusty, seemed to watch them like vacant eyes. The front door creaked open with a groan, as if welcoming them into its shadowy depths. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the smell of decay. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling, and the wooden floorboards creaked under their weight. The boys set up camp in what appeared to be the living room, its grand fireplace now cold and empty. Hours passed uneventfully as they shared ghost stories and munched on their snacks. But as midnight approached, strange things began to happen. The temperature dropped suddenly, and a chilling breeze swept through the room, extinguishing their candles. "Did you feel that?" Charlie whispered, his voice trembling. "Yeah, probably just a draft," Ben said, trying to sound brave, but his eyes betrayed his fear. Suddenly, a loud thud echoed from upstairs. The boys froze, staring at each other with wide eyes. "Maybe it's just the house settling," Alex suggested, though he didn't sound convinced. Another thud followed, this time closer. The boys grabbed their flashlights and huddled together, their hearts pounding. They cautiously made their way up the creaky staircase, the beams of their flashlights cutting through the darkness. At the top of the stairs, they found a long hallway lined with closed doors. The thudding sound seemed to be coming from the last room on the right. Taking a deep breath, Alex pushed the door open. The room was empty, except for an old rocking chair that swayed back and forth as if moved by an invisible hand. The boys' flashlights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the chair stopped, and a cold, ghostly voice whispered, "Leave this place." Panic surged through the boys, and they bolted out of the room, racing down the stairs and out of the house. They didn't stop running until they were back at the river, gasping for breath. "What was that?" Charlie panted, his face pale. "I don't know, but I don't think we should ever go back," Ben said, shivering. Alex nodded, his bravado gone. "Yeah, I think we've had enough of the Langley house." The boys never spoke of that night again, and the Langley house remained abandoned, its dark secrets left undisturbed.